Welcome back to Leaders and Legends on WDUR 1490 AM, and I'm here with Jim Rose. He's the co-chair of the NC Connect bond campaign. You also co-chaired this with former Justice Bob Orr from the Supreme Court of North Carolina.
Correct.
He's a real great leader. Now, we in the previous segment we were talking about the investment of these bonds and how it's going to address critical infrastructure needs, particularly in higher education. We're going to go some of the other areas, but I want to pick up on another point about STEM.
Sure. Science,
engineering, technology, math, STEM. Many listeners of this show, and if you're listening today, you're probably in technology. Many people from the Indian community.
Right.
We have a large community in Cary, Morrisville.
Yes.
Many of them are in IT, in Credit Suisse, in Lenovo.
Right.
Cisco, just right down the road, right? And so what you're telling me is that, and many of this community wants to educate their children to pursue engineering where there's such a shortage of labor in those markets. So this bond would actually be increasing our investment in STEM.
Very much so. The majority of the projects are STEM-related projects and heavy emphasis on science and technology. I did some research for a large hospital who we're asking for support, financial support, and they asked specifically how much of this would go toward life sciences. And we found a direct, or all of it indirectly, the entire $1.35 billion would have indirect links into the life sciences, but directly about $670 million of the proceeds would be directly impacting life sciences and disciplines that would relate into that. Obviously, all the STEM focus has direct or indirect impact on that. So technology, we believe, is crucial for the future. And I had someone ask me, sort of debating me once on why are we building buildings in a time when technology is allowing us to do distance learning and internet colleges and all these kinds of things are cropping up all over the country. But you really cannot do online a laboratory. You can't really sit in front of a circuit board and work on a chip in the privacy of your living room while you're on your iPad. And so there are certain things that lend themselves to being taught best in person in a live environment. And you think about the medical field. I know there are many fantastic members of the Indian community that are doctors. My doctors, Kamal Kalapa and PK Vyas is a great friend of mine.
And two close friends of mine.
They're very, very good people. And of course, Dr. Jarawala and Kadali, great friends of mine as well. And so the medical side of this is going to be very impactful in terms of the bond proceeds.
Well, it's wonderful, and I think that and the other point I'll make before I ask the next question is, I think it's one important point to make that I've been talking more about around the region. Even though I'm a mayor pro tem, I'm in the technology sector, and the thing to realize is that we're creating technology in the urban areas of the state, but we don't have technology and engineering and those resources in the rural areas of the state.
Correct.
It's very critical for North Carolina's future as a state that we're creating jobs. And so I often explain that technology and STEM is as important as the road or a highway.
Yes.
Because without it, you're not going to, like Secretary Scavala, I'm going to talk about his recent visit to Morrisville just a few minutes ago. He came to Morrisville. But as the Secretary said, if you don't have broadband, high-speed internet access, you're not going to be able to recruit those kinds of teachers to teach STEM or the workers to do STEM and technology. And I know this is one of the things the governor's working on is trying to connect it's called NC Connect.
Exactly right.
Connecting the rural to the urban, creating this kind of synergistic effort. So
that's exactly
North Carolina. Right now, there's a big urban-rural divide.
There is.
Very concerning.
Yes.
A lot of the legislature. So, I just wanted to throw that out there that it's important that we make these investments. And
I agree, and I'm so glad you brought that up because I'm proud as part of the community college system that no citizen is further than a 30-minute drive to any community college. Yeah, all 100 counties can be serviced within a 30-minute drive of their local community college, and so a lot of the improvements will be both in urban, but as well as a lot of rural campuses for the community college system will see tremendous improvements in STEM-related projects and just in their facilities in general. And you make a great point on broadband. If you don't have broadband capacity, you're really falling behind.
Yeah, I mean that's I think that's important, and we look forward to continuing that debate. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back for a few more segments. So once again, Jim, thank you for being here with us, and we'll be right back after this quick station break.